There are two main ways to work with piano capture. You can record your piano playing in real time, and StaffPad will transcribe that directly onto a notation staff. Or you can record in audio first, or import an existing piano recording, and then convert to notation. I'm going to show you both of these approaches. So let's dive in and look at the first approach, real-time piano capture. To record the piano in real time, I'm going to record enable the staff by tapping the staff name and then the record icon. I'll enable the metronome, and I can actually adjust some metronome settings by long pressing on the metronome icon. I'll use the digital metronome, as it's a little bit easier to hear and interferes less with the audio recognition. When I press record in the toolbar, I can play the piano, and StaffPad will use its microphones to listen to and convert the audio into notation as I play. Once I'm done, I can press play and hear this back. Of course, this works for polyphonic instruments as well, such as an organ. You can also record into audio first and then convert to notation. This can be useful if you want to record without a metronome, tempo map that performance, and then see the notation. Or if you want to import an existing piano recording and convert that to notation. Let's take a look at how that works. We'll import a recording for this example. I'll create a piano audio staff and a tempo staff and ask Fenby to change the time signature to 3/4. Now I can tap the piano audio staff name and import my audio file. Behind the scenes, StaffPad starts transcribing this immediately. However, when I press play, you can hear that this wasn't recorded to a metronome, and so it doesn't line up with the score. If I tap the audio staff name, you'll notice a new toggle has appeared called Show Notation, and if I toggle this on, StaffPad will display a notation view of the audio clip. Now, the transcription might be correct, but it looks wrong because the piano isn't in time. So let's tempo map it. I recommend watching the tempo mapping tutorial for more information, but essentially we're going to disable adaptive audio and then we'll enable the tempo mapping mode on the tempo staff. Now, we can line up the grid to the audio file by dragging the bar and beat markers around as needed. So I've finished tempo mapping this, and now the audio lines up with the score. When I toggle the notation view again, the music makes much more sense. Let's clean up the tempo staff by setting the detail slider to simple. Remember that the show notation toggle reveals a notated view of the audio clip, but it's still an audio clip. So I'll hear the audio during playback. Then I can still edit the audio clip and the notation view will update accordingly. But since it is an audio clip, I can't edit the notation itself. To do that, I'll need to copy and paste it to a true instrument staff. I'll create a Celesta, or show the piano notation, and then copy and paste it onto the staff. And now when I press play, I hear both the piano audio and the Celesta. Let's mute the audio staff. And since this is now a true instrument staff, I can edit this Celesta part as I like. By the way, you can also choose to just view the chords without the full notation display. I'll exclude the audio staff and the tempo staff from the parts and view the printed score for the Celesta. You can see how we've used piano capture to take a free-form piano recording and turn it into a brand new part automatically. I hope the piano capture opens up some interesting creative possibilities for you and that you continue to enjoy composing music with StaffPad.